press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Chinese takeout containers are not the most convenient for eating out of, especially if you don't favor chopsticks. They tend to be deep and narrow, but most people are unaware that these containers have a secret feature that makes eating from them much easier. First, you have to carefully remove the wire handles from either side of the box. On each folded side of the box, gently pry the flaps apart, removing the staples first if there are any. Once this is done, the box will easily spread out to form a handy plate. This can be done with practically any cardboard takeout container and makes life much easier for those of us who just can't get the hang of chopsticks. Modern productivity requires the ability to effectively multitask. If you pride yourself on your ability to skip between open tabs and tasks with ease, it might be helpful to know that there might be a better way to maximize your work output. Studies have found that rapidly skipping between multiple tasks creates a low level of distraction that keeps us from zeroing in on any one task effectively. Instead, the recommended method is to give all of your focus to one task for 30 minutes and then take a 10-minute break, which allows the brain to reset and prepare to focus on the next task. This not only keeps you fresher, but it can help to prevent costly mistakes and oversights that might harm the overall quality of your work. Even when they are cooked perfectly, which is no small task in itself, hard-boiled eggs are almost always annoying to peel. The shell tends to break into tiny sticky fragments that can pull off chunks of the egg white as you pry them free. However, if you follow this simple process, it's an annoyance you'll never have to deal with again. First, simply boil the eggs normally for 12 minutes. Then cool them in an ice water bath with 1 teaspoon of baking soda added. When the eggs are completely cool, break the bottom of the shell and discard it. Then do the same with the top. Keeping a grip on the shell, form a seal with your lips around the top of the egg and blow. Make sure you're over a bowl or ready to catch it. The egg will come flying out of the shell. No peeling required. The limited space inside a microwave has always been the trade-off for not having to wait for your food to reheat in a conventional oven. You may be able to microwave a plate of leftovers in just a few minutes, but if you're heating up food for two, one person is always going to be left with food that has cooled down during the time the other's food is in the microwave. The solution to this problem is simple. It simply doesn't occur to most people that all of the space inside the microwave is good, even the space above the platter. To reheat 2 plates at once, put the first plate on the microwave's platter over to one side. Next to it, place an upside-down coffee mug. The second plate goes on top of the coffee mug. This allows you to make the most of your microwave space, reheat all of your food at once, and make sure that nobody is stuck with lukewarm leftovers. Microwaves can also be quite a pain to clean. Splatter from overheated food can get stuck on very quickly, and it's not exactly easy to get inside the oven to give it a good scrubbing from all angles. But this technique will allow you to forego the scrubbing altogether. A gentle wipe with a damp sponge is all you'll need. Just take a microwavable container, a glass measuring cup is ideal, and pour a cup of distilled white vinegar. Put it in the oven and microwave on high for 10 minutes. When it's finished, a sponge or paper towel is all it will take to wipe even the dirtiest oven sparkling clean. Acids in the vinegar combined with steam will make short work of even the most stubborn stuck-on mess. According to yoga masters and natural health practitioners, humans have been pooping all wrong since the invention of the toilet. They contend that the standard sitting pose is neither normal nor healthy, and propose a different pose that was the norm before the invention of the toilet, and still is in some cultures: squatting. There are even products resembling modified step stools to help you adjust to this pose using a standard toilet. While it may take a week or two to adjust to the feeling of pooping in an unfamiliar position, it is thought that the squatting pose results in fully opening the colon and producing more complete eliminations. In other words, you will simply have a better, more satisfying poop. Getting your blender clean after your morning smoothie is enough of a hassle to turn some people off of smoothies. They have to be completely disassembled. All of the rubber washers have to be removed and cleaned. And even with all of this effort, you might still be left with a funny smell the next time you go to use the thing. The solution to this problem is so simple that it's hard to believe it hasn't always been done this way since the blender's invention. First, fill the blender about halfway with hot but not boiling water. Then add about a tablespoon of dishwashing detergent. Blend on high for about 30 seconds. Dump the water out and rinse the blender thoroughly. That's it. No disassembling, no mess, and no funny smell. It's tough to look civilized while eating a cupcake. They're too tall to fit in your mouth without getting frosting all over your face. And trying to approach it any other way always results in bites of nothing but frosting alternating with bites of nothing but cake. Of course, there is a better way. After removing the cupcake from the paper cup, carefully separate the cake half from the frosting half. Then place the cake half on top, creating a cake sandwich with frosting in the middle. You won't get frosting all over your fingers. It's now easy to compress so that it actually fits in your mouth. And every bite is the perfect combination of cake and frosting, all of which ends up in your mouth, and none of which ends up on your face. The tiny paper cups that ketchup is served in at fast food restaurants can be a king-size pain. After about a third of the ketchup is gone, they become hard to manage, sticking to your fries. It's almost impossible to use all of the ketchup, and bigger items like burgers are impossible to dip. Just like with Chinese takeout containers, these problems are easily taken care of if you're aware of the paper cup's secret function. The rim of the cup can easily be pulled apart, section by section. If you do this until each section is separated, the cup will easily flatten into a small plate for your ketchup. Now you can dip anything you like and mop up every dab of ketchup, so you no longer have to try to figure out how to carry 10 of these tiny cups back to your table. As food container designs go, the potato chip bag isn't bad. It can be easily clipped, keeping your chips fresh, and it's no problem to pass around the living room. But as convenient as the trusty chip bag is, it can be made even better. All you have to do is open the bag, then slowly start rolling it from the bottom, working from the outside of the bag in. As soon as the chips appear at the top of the bag, you're done. You've created a handy, reasonably sturdy bowl for your chips that anybody can easily grab from, and will sit nicely on a flat surface.